We would like to welcome you. Hold on a second. Can we see before we get? Okay. All right. So how many people do we have here now? Do we have 120 people with us? Okay. I think we're ready to go. Okay, so welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us in our webinar. I'm going to start by introducing who we are, and then we'll go ahead and get started. So this is the University of Pennsylvania's English language programs, and we're going to be doing a virtual sample class for you. So let's get going here. Okay. All right. So my name is Robin Turner, and I am a programs manager at the English language programs. And I'm going to introduce you to my colleagues. We have with us Ula Cutton, who's our technology specialist. Hello. We have Eleni Tedder, who is one of our enrollment coordinators. And your guest instructor today is Jessica Keating Whitney. And Jessica is also our student services coordinator. So we have a wide variety of people from the English language programs here. So our agenda is to start with a little overview, who we are at the ELP, and then we want to talk to you about some of our specific programs. For example, the short programs and also the intensive program. We will then have a sample lesson with Jessica. And then after the sample lesson, we're going to have some time for questions and answers. So you can ask us anything that you'd like to know. Okay. All right. So a little bit of background briefly about the University of Pennsylvania is that we are located in Philadelphia, which is just between New York City and Washington, D.C. on the East Coast of the U.S. We are one of the top universities in the United States and also worldwide. So we take a lot of pride in what we do here at ELP. And we really look forward to working with a lot of different learners from many places. Some of the things that we do specifically at the English language programs, we do a lot of different programs, but the biggest ones that we work with are the intensive program. This is a year-round. It runs 6 times a year. And then we also have short programs. Sometimes our short programs are located here on campus, and those run from 3 to 4 weeks. However, due to certain circumstances, we are right now offering remote short programs. What we've tried to do is to take all of the same things that you would get if you were here on campus, but we're delivering it in a remote fashion. And so we'll talk a little bit more about those specifics in a minute. The short program that we'll be running in the winter, which we sometimes refer to as spring, so it gets a little confusing. But this is the English for Leadership and Innovation program. And this is a 3-week program. It will be offered both winter and summer of 2021. The levels are intermediate to advanced. If you are familiar with the CEFR or TOEFL score about 42 or higher, CEFR about A2 or higher. So this program will be approximately 15 hours per week. And then we do also offer additional activities, conversation hours, guest lectures with Penn faculty, for example. One of the biggest benefits of this program is that we meet daily for 1 hour a day with instructors and other learners, and we work on language skills, specifically a lot of speaking skills. So this is a really good chance to practice discussions and conversation. In addition to the daily class meeting, we also estimate approximately 2 hours per day for independent learning. And some of the things that you would do in independent learning are readings, listening to videos, answering quizzes, things like that. And then finally, we will have guest lectures with Penn professors. And those are on related topics to the course learning. The program dates are here. As you can see, we will be running this program in January, beginning January 19th. And then we run the same program again, February 8th to March 5th. And then we will also offer it again in the summer. These dates are all posted on our website if you'd like to refer to them later. Okay. One of the biggest features of the course is that we offer everything through one website. It's a Canvas learning platform. What we do is we put all of the course materials digitally in one place. This is also the place where instructors and students communicate with each other. There's an inbox and announcements, so all materials and all instruction happens there. The organized activities, like I already mentioned, are readings, videos, discussion boards, quizzes, and then we also have graded assignments. And these are things like recorded presentations or other speaking assignments. Okay. In terms of extracurricular activities, the things that we like to focus on are guest lectures. If you were here on campus, we would have a lecture hall and we would invite Penn professors. Because we are doing things digitally now, we invite Penn professors to come to our Zoom and we offer the same kind of lecture, but in this case, it's digital. It's also going to have our lecturers do offer question and answer session, so you do get to interact with them at the end of their lecture. One of the other features is that we like to connect students with other students in different ELP programs through either conversation hours or other events. So this is another option for more practice if you'd like to get out there. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to turn it over to Jessica, and Jessica is going to lead you through a sample lesson on leadership and innovation, something similar to what you might do if you were in the English for Leadership and Innovation program. Okay, Jessica?
Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. So as Robin said, this is a sample lesson for the Leadership and Innovation course. You will see that in this lesson, there are lots of opportunities for interaction. So in this format, that's a little different than how it would be if you were taking the remote class, because in the remote class, we are able to see you and you are able to talk to each other. So we would be doing some of that. So I'll kind of, mention what we would do in the remote class format as we go through. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's okay. I think it's having a little delay here. Okay, so the lesson objectives for this lesson are that we will share some ideas in a virtual chat and develop critical thinking skills by reflecting on what leadership and innovation are. And you will have the chance to add your ideas in the chat. Okay, so what is leadership? I want you right now to take a moment just to think of someone that you think is a good leader. Okay, so this can be someone from your life, or this can be someone from history. And I'll give you a minute to think of that person. All right. Okay, so hopefully you have that person. If you have a piece of paper next to you, maybe you want to jot it down or write it down on your computer somewhere so that you can keep that person in your mind. All right, so one thing that we discuss in this leadership course is the idea of whether good leaders are born to be leaders, or can anyone be a leader? So I think that many people believe that leadership is something you are born with, right? It's an innate quality, the ability to lead. And that might be true, but it also is true that to be a good leader is different than just being born to lead, right? There are also leaders out there that are not great leaders or good leaders. So one thing that we discuss in this course is, what makes a great leader, okay? So what are the qualities of a leader, and then what makes a great leader? A great leader is something that can be learned, right? So we discuss how people can learn to be leaders, the qualities that it takes, the skills that it takes to be a great leader. And another question that we examine in this course is, where do we find leaders? Okay, so maybe you thought of a leader from your life. Like I said, we can also look to history for leaders. We can look to current events for leaders. There are different fields where we might think that leaders are, more common in specific fields. So, for example, in politics, we might think of leadership, or business, or education. Okay, so we can brainstorm all of these ideas of where we find good leadership. And then another idea that we look at in this course is the thought of, should everyone try to be a leader, right? What would happen if everyone were a leader? I think that there might be chaos if everyone were a leader, right? So the importance between the relationship of a leader versus the people that they are leading. These are all important roles. Okay, so if everyone were a leader, then no one would actually be doing anything, right? There would just be lots of ideas out there, and but nothing would actually get done. So all of the roles that people play in a team, okay, so we talk about team building and the importance of a team, are all important. So this ties into cooperation, right? So cooperation is also a very important idea in the concept of leadership. Okay. So we have 3 people on the screen here, and here is an opportunity for you to quickly write in the chat, okay? Do you recognize any of these leaders? Okay. So we can just do that. So do you recognize them? And you could write, who they are in a quick sentence, or just a word, if you know who they are. So we'll get Eula busy with the chat here, and I'll look at the chat as well. So if you know who they are, just go ahead and type in the chat, and we'll take a minute to let you look at these people. Okay, so we have someone saying they were all born leaders. Okay, we'll talk about that as well. But who are they? Do we know the names of these people? Does anybody know the name of the first person that's here? All right, yes, I see Steve Jobs. Okay.
Okay.
All
He
right.
seems to be well known.
Mm-hmm. So he's very well. So he's the founder of Apple, as many of you know. Do we know the second person? Oh, okay. I see someone here. Does anyone else know the second person? Okay.
Very
Great.
good.
Martin Luther King Jr. All right, great. He was a minister and a civil rights leader. And then the third person. Great job. So we have.
Oops, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't think I pronounce her name correctly. I say it how we say it in the US. Robin, you know how to pronounce it correctly, right?
I believe it's Angela Merkel.
Okay, Angela Merkel.
Yeah.
She's the Chancellor of Germany. Okay, so thank you for some people who have said, so what do we know about them? Going back to our questions, right? Do we think that they are born leaders? Okay. Or did they have to, work? They may all be born to be leaders, but I don't think any of us can argue that there were things that they learned over time that made them great leaders. Okay. So Steve Jobs was a leader in innovation, right? Martin Luther King Jr. was a leader in civil rights and organizing mass groups of people to try to make change. Angela Merkel is a leader now who is leading her country in many different ways. So a political leader. Okay. Okay, so now another chance for you to take some time to think. So the qualities of a leader. In your mind, what makes a great leader? All right, so since we can't have you talk to each other, which is what we would be doing if we were in the course, we will again invite you to share your ideas in the chat. Okay, so we have some example ideas here. So we have to be a great leader, a person must be intelligent or knowledgeable, right? To be a great leader, a person must be an effective communicator. Okay, so what are some other qualities of a great leader? And we'll put them in the chat and Eula will try to put them up on the screen for us.
Oh, I see some great ideas coming up here. Passionate.
So I'll just start saying them. So
challenging.
We have that people must be a good speaker. Okay, so along with an effective communicator, someone must have confidence, be cooperative or empathetic. Okay, empathetic. Yes. Grit.
Vision.
This is a word that we hear with leadership, is to have grit, to have vision, that a leader must be kind, okay? A leader must have a strong will, absolutely. They must be good at decision making. Oh, okay, so there are lots of things. They must have perseverance. They must be passionate. Okay. All right, great.
These are great qualities, and I agree with all of them.
Yes, these are all really, really great ideas. Okay.
Jessica, could I ask you, are some of these qualities things that people would be able to learn how to do?
I think so. I think that the qualities that you've put here, right, are things that people can learn. So can you learn how to be an effective communicator? Absolutely. You can learn communication skills. You can learn public speaking skills. Okay. What else can we learn that we have up here? So can you learn confidence? I think so. I think with more practice, you become more confident, right? Decision making, right? I think there are definitely ways to learn how to make more effective decisions. Some other things on here might be, if we're thinking of if people are born with the qualities, right? So things that are, not that you can't learn them, but things that might be more innate are things like being empathetic, right? You can certainly learn how to be more empathetic, but this might be something that we think of as being something that you're born with, as well as being passionate, right? So I don't know if you can learn how to be passionate. You can learn how to be more enthusiastic, but I think it's innate in you if you're passionate about something. Great question, Robin.
Okay, how about if we move on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to have to clear. There you go. Okay.
Okay, so another topic that we discuss in this course is innovation. All right, so innovation is making something new or doing something in a new way. So we'll look at an example of smartphones. All right, so smartphones have been around for quite some time now. But when smartphones first came out, they were incredibly innovative. Okay, they were incredibly innovative. They took things that were all in separate places, like a camera that you could take with you, like the internet, like GPS, and it was all put into one place. Okay, so are there other features of smartphones now, right? Because they're always changing. What are some other innovative features of smartphones now? Okay, so what are features of your smartphone that you enjoy, that you think, what is innovative? So we can put a couple of those in the chat right now. Okay, what are innovative features of your smartphone now? What do you like? Or how about our panelists? Robin, what do you like about your smartphone?
I love that I can be connected to everyone through social media.
Okay, so social media, yes. We now have access to social media. Anyone, do you want to put anything in the chat? Let's see, what do you like about your smartphone? What's an innovative feature of your smartphone?
Oh, I see a good one. Unlock the phone by fingerprints.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, I wasn't scrolling down. Sorry, everyone. I thought no one was putting, okay. Yes, so, Face ID. Unlock the scroll with your fingerprint. Great. Keeping track of your exercise. Yes, so apps for that. All right, you can video conference on it. You can order food. All right, great.
Online courses. You can take this course on your phone.
Yes, right on your phone. All right, so let's think of what's missing. Okay, so future innovations. What is missing? What would you add to your smartphone? Is there anything that you can think of that your smartphone can't do that you wish that it could do? They do so much. This is hard. So while you're thinking, I'll explain to you that in this course, your project, okay, that you would end with at the end of your 3 weeks is a project where you think of an innovation, right? Okay, you think of an innovation and you'll work in a group to present that idea, okay? So you'll be working on some of those skills, communication skills, right, in order to present your idea. And you'll have different roles in your group. Okay, here's some coming in now. So teleportation, oh wow, yes. I wish it could. If you could play VR games, okay, these are things that you wish that are missing now, okay, that you hope will happen one day. So if you take this course, you would have more opportunities to think of innovation even outside of smartphones, right? So just new ideas, all right? And you would be working with your group to present them in a presentation format. Okay.
Okay. And
some more that are coming in. You wish you could feel the texture of clothes while shopping online. That's a very cool idea.
That is pretty cool. Okay, so I want to go ahead and get back to our PowerPoint, and I'm stuck.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. Okay.
Okay, so just kind of an overview, and then if you have questions, we're happy to answer them at the end. So in this program, you will have 3 weeks, like Robin mentioned in the beginning. So in week 1 is leadership qualities and mobile technology, okay? And then in week 2, the topic is team building and robotics. In week 3, management styles and nanotechnology, okay? So you can see how leadership and innovation are connected in all of the weeks. The activities that you participate in are academic discussions in daily class meetings. And so, like I said, in your class meetings, you'll be, you'll be speaking with your classmates, with your teacher every day. You will work on giving effective presentations, okay? So, and then you'll participate in a team project and presentations, which is what I just discussed. So you'll be presenting a product that you create. And then you will also daily be receiving feedback from your peers, right? And also from your instructor, of course. So we definitely take pride in giving you feedback that can help you in building your English skills.
Okay, thank you, Jessica, for that sample lesson.
And she'll talk some more about other programs.
Okay, so I hope you all enjoyed participating in a sample lesson. Like Jessica said, this is a slightly different format than what we would have in our in the course itself, where there is much more speaking with each other than writing. But I'd also like to bring up very briefly a little bit of information about some other programs that we offer. In addition to English for Leadership and Innovation, we offer year-round the intensive program. And our intensive program is 7 weeks, and this runs through 8 different levels, from beginner all the way to advanced. It is approximately 20 hours of class time a week, plus additional activities. The level of English and also there's some general English, business English courses, but also academic English as well. And we do offer a university connection program, which is something that is specifically geared to help people who want to apply to a U.S. university in the future, either for undergraduate or graduate programs. And then coming in the summer of 2021, we will also be offering English for Business Communication. And much like the Leadership and Innovation program, it is a similar model where it is 3 weeks long. It is 15 hours per week with additional activities and guest lectures. It is a daily 1-hour class meeting as well, with 2 hours per day for independent learning. But the program focus for business communication is slightly different. This is also working on speaking skills, specifically persuasive speaking skills. And this program, you would work in teams to develop one product. And then with your team, you will conduct market research and present a business plan to sell that product. So the whole program is centered around one team project. And this program will be offered in the summer, in July and August. So those are some things that are also available, and you can always learn more about these programs by checking out our website, or you can always email us to find out some more information if you have questions. One of the things that a lot of students in the past who have studied with us have mentioned things that they've gained while they've been at ELP. And what's interesting is that some of these people have been both virtual learners and in-person learners. But I think their experience sort of highlights what are the main things that we are offering here. And that is, very dedicated teachers who are very willing to work with you and help you out. I like this person here, Edson from Guatemala, learning new words in an academic context, right? Realizing that it's going to be helpful for postgraduate studies. It's a way to meet people from all around the world. This is what Virginia says. So we do have quite an interesting community of learners that meet here at ELP. We're very fortunate for that. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let you ask us some questions, but we also have a couple questions for you. So I'm going to start a poll, and if you could, please answer these questions about yourself. And then if you have any questions for us, you are welcome to put them in the chat and we will answer your questions. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and launch the poll. We do have a question about, are there international classmates? Yes, we do. The programs are open, so people can enroll from anywhere. So we sometimes have students from Latin America, from Asia, from the Middle East, sometimes from Europe. So we have a mix of people who enroll. Good question about Peng wants to know about business program online. Currently, right now, the English for Business Communication is an online or remote program. We are hopeful that we will be back on campus in the summer, and we would like to offer a business program on campus. Unfortunately, we just don't know at this point what the status is of online programs or on-campus programs in the summer of 2021. Okay. So we're hopeful. All of us are still remote. We are all still at home. And so we are anxious and excited to get back on campus eventually.
Robin, a little earlier, we had a question about how often in the English for Leadership course, how often do students do presentations?
Oh, that's a great question. We do presentations every week. And so the focus of each week in the course will be a presentation or speaking assignment. Each day there is a discussion in online class. Right, so when we meet for the class meetings. Okay. Yes, the intensive program, Laura has a good question. The intensive English program is still currently being offered remotely. So we're unsure just yet when we will be returning to campus. So we are still remote.
As soon as we have an update on this, it will be posted on the ELP website.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And regarding the cost,
yes, the prices, I was going to say, sorry, Eula,
oh.
are also on the website. There's a tab that says dates and prices, and you can see the dates of the programs and all of the prices there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Thank you, Eleni. Yeah. some of the other, right, the English we will be remote online. The University of Pennsylvania has yet to make any specific plans for returning to campus for everyone. So we can't make any decisions until we know what the university's plans are.
I will say, though, I think to make it clear, the programs, the remote programs that we have set will be offered they will be offered remotely, even if there is a program available in person, right? So the ones that we've just talked about. So you have that option, whether or not we come back in person. If we come back in person, those would be in addition to the remote program.
Yes. Thank you, Jessica. Okay. So I think we have a question about people coming from multiple countries. Yes, it's quite possible that there are people from a lot of different countries and different time zones. That's always interesting. Right. The program focus is on English learning. I think this is a really good question. So we offer what we call content-based language learning. So we use the content of leadership and innovation or business concepts. We use that topic or content to deliver English language instruction. So we work on vocabulary, we work on grammar, and we work on structures of English through the content. And there's another good question here. Will we have a score after 3 weeks? So we can use to offer school. Yes. So we do, if you complete the course and you complete 70% of the activities with a minimum of 70% completion, we will issue a certificate with a pen certificate of completion. And you do get a grade. We do grade the assignments. Okay, so that's a very good question as well. Okay. What is the test to sign up? Oh, okay. So I think this question is asking about placement testing. And so we do have placement testing is required. It's an online test for the intensive program. So if you were to enroll in the intensive program, we send a link to the Duolingo English test. However, for these 3-week remote programs, there is no placement test requirement. We do ask that people certify that they meet a certain level. So that is something to be aware of, because we want, and we also ask that people, when they introduce themselves, provide some more details of their language ability. So to be admitted to the intensive language program, there is an application process. To apply for the 3-week programs, those you would just go and enroll through our online learning. Okay. Okay. Yes, Mary, that's a great question, right? So today we're not doing any verbal communication because it isn't really possible with such a large group. So one of the things that we like to do in our remote classes, they're smaller group. We like to keep the amount of people in the Zoom room to about 20 to 30. Therefore, it's much easier to have conversations. We use breakout groups for discussions and things like that. It's harder to manage something like that with a lot of people. Okay. Okay, so our goal is to keep class sizes to approximately 20 to 25 maximum. We try not to go higher than that. You do not need to take the Duolingo test for 3-week programs. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, so if you are interested in the intensive programs, the dates and the prices for enrollment, those can all be found on the website. Okay. Okay. So I think we have, I'm gonna go ahead and okay, gonna end the polling. Okay. I'm not sure what that question is. Yeah.
None of the panelists speak Chinese, so if you could put your questions in English, that would be greatly appreciated.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, here is no test. Do you mean right now? Are we doing a test? There's no test right now. But Mary, that's a good question. We are recording. This meeting is being recorded and will be posted to our website once we are finished. So if you would like to refer others to see the sample lesson or to hear more about the programs, they can always go to our website to find out. Okay. Okay. Yep, the slides will be included in the recording. Okay. Enrollment would not need Duolingo test. For the intensive program, yes, the Duolingo test is required for placement. For the 3-week programs, there is no Duolingo test. Okay. 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 All right.
I think there was a question before, Robin, that we missed about the if the 3-week programs are in person, if there is a test then.
Oh, okay. If we are able to be on campus in the summer, those would go back to the 4-week programs, which would be Institute for Academic Studies and Institute for Business Communication. Those will probably require placement testing because we have to do some pre-program testing. But we will cover all of that maybe in the spring once we know a little bit more about whether we are back on campus or not.
We have a couple more questions. One, will this course be similar to UPenn courses? And how do you decide, could you repeat again, how you decide who can enter the short programs?
Mm-hmm. The short programs are open to anyone to join. Okay. So anyone is able to join those. So what we want to, will our course be similar to the course in University of Pennsylvania? What we try to do when we invite guest lecturers from other departments at the university, we try to connect our courses to their lectures. So those guest lectures are very much connected and similar to what we talk about. Okay, anyone can join the remote 3-week programs. Okay. Yes, we do include use the internet. Yes. Okay. Yes, even if you don't have an English proficiency report, you can still join the 3-week remote program. Yes, and they are all internet based. One of the things about these remote courses is that there's a combination of using our Canvas course website, which has all of the materials and everything, and then we are also using Zoom for our live synchronous meetings. So to have access to the internet and is really important to make these courses work. Okay. No worry about English ability. Yeah. That's what we are here for. We help you with your English ability. I think in the summer, when we taught the courses, one of the things that a lot of the students really valued about it was that they had daily practice in English. So just having a chance to meet once a day and a dedicated time to practice their English speaking ability really increased their confidence. And so they kind of slowly came along to the idea of, yes, I can do this.
Yeah, and I just wanted to focus on that as well, because I know that in this format, it's hard to imagine how much you'll be interacting and speaking with your classmates. But I think that, you know, as someone who teaches courses and as and from being the student services coordinator, I think one thing that our students value very much is that their teachers, you know, even in this format, are giving them breakout rooms so that they have the chance to talk with other students in English and also with their teacher. And so I think it really is one of the focuses of our programs is to give you that chance to speak in English.
Yeah, we often nope, you do not need to have a TOEFL score or IELTS score to sign up for the short programs. For those who do have a TOEFL score, IELTS, there is a place to indicate what your test score is, but it is not required for the short remote programs. Okay. Is there enough feedback from teachers? There's a lot of feedback that comes from teachers and also from other learners. One of the things we sometimes do is offer a chance to do a practice presentation in the synchronous meeting before you record your presentation. So it's a chance to get feedback from your instructor and from other learners before you go ahead and do your final presentation. Okay. Yes. If you complete the program, you will receive a certificate at the end of the program. Right. So $1,100 is cheaper. So the $1,100 is the cost for the 3-week programs, the English for Leadership and Innovation, and also English for Business Communication. The intensive program is a different cost, and I'm not 100% sure what that is.
I have it. The intensive program will cost approximately $5,400 for one 7-week session. And that's for 20 hours of instruction.
Right. So I think maybe the higher cost is also reflected in the fact that students are taking more than one course. So the English for Leadership and Innovation is one course. English for Business Communication is one course. The intensive program, a student would be enrolled in multiple courses. Yes. Presentations, discussions, that's a lot of speaking practice. Okay. All right, well, so we are about out of time. We will stick around for a few more minutes for those who have any more questions. Yes, you will have the reading materials before each class. So the way the remote courses are set up, where there's a schedule for each day, and so you will know what to complete before the next class meeting. Okay. All right. I think, one of the things I should probably, here we go. For those who would like to find some more information, we've had it posted here in the chat, but our website is here. And you can always email questions to elp@sas.upenn.edu. And this is a really good opportunity for you. If you think of something later and you wonder, oh, I should have asked, you can always email us. Okay, and we will certainly get back to you with any information that we have. So we thank you for joining us today, and for all of your questions, and for asking us some great information. Okay, So we hope that you had a chance to learn a little bit more about our programs and about us. And as always, please keep in touch and let us know if you would like to know anything else in the future. Okay. All right. Thank you. So it's morning for us. For some of you, it's probably evening. So if you are signing off for the evening, have a wonderful night. If you are somewhere over in the Western Hemisphere, I hope you have a great day. Yeah.